Hey guys, and welcome to my bedroom. Well, my childhood bedroom. I'm currently visiting my parents. My name is Carol, and welcome to late night vlogs, because sometimes I can't sleep. This is just... I was laying awake, and I realized I was not going to be getting to sleep at whatever time it is, 11:58. So, we will now be doing late night vlogs, because insomnia is fun. But anyway, I thought what better of a time to tell some ghost stories than at 11:58 at night, almost midnight. The only time that would be that better is the witching hour, but we're not gonna do that because I'm paranoid. So, the story I want to tell is the story of this house, actually, and how it's really haunted. And I know this because I've lived here. So, I moved to this house in, Jesus, it's been a long time, I'd say 2000? No. 2003, a really long time ago. And because I moved here a really long time ago, I've experienced a lot of stuff. And I remember since the moment I moved in, weird stuff just have always kind of happened. For example, when I was younger, I remember the lights turning on and off by themselves all the time. I remember I closed the TV one night and then went up to my room, and then I heard the TV turn on again. And when I went back, everyone was asleep, and so, like, I'm always the last one up normally in my family, and everyone was asleep. I'd have to say one of the weirder experiences was one night I was asleep in this bed, and I have two cats. Well, yeah, I have two cats, and normally, like, you know, they like to sleep on me. Well, they do when I leave the door open, but, you know, my door was open, and so I was asleep, and then I felt like a pressure go on my stomach, right? And so I just assumed it was my cat, and then I fell asleep because it was dark and I didn't see what was on me. I fell asleep, and I remember, like, waking up in the middle of the night with a terrible nightmare and, like, shooting out of bed, and the moment I shot out of bed, right, the pressure was gone. So once the pressure was gone, I was like, okay, cool, I'm fine. The cat must have just been scared off, right? And so I got up and, like, went outside into the hall, and I glanced into my parents' room and my brother's bedroom, and both of the cats were asleep with my parents, and my dog at the time was asleep with my brother, and we had no other animals. And so I was like, okay, that's weird. What on earth was on me, right? Like, and then I had, you know, decided, like, I would shrug it off. It was probably just my imagination. So I went to the bathroom, got a glass of water, and, like, turned out the lights. And then I was starting to head up when I felt something rub against my leg. And I knew that the cats were still in my parents' bedroom, and I was like, what the fuck is touching me? And I felt it clear as day. It felt like fur rubbing against my leg. And I turned on the light, and there was nothing there. And I wasn't asleep. I wasn't, like, half asleep or anything. Like, I was wide awake because I was pretty freaked out about feeling a cat on me that wasn't there. And, okay, then I went, like, kind of freaked out. I went to bed, like, tried to forget about it. And this story was something my dad told me that he did not tell me up until recently. Oh, okay, my posture's bad. But basically what had happened was I was asleep in bed, my mom was asleep in bed, my brother was asleep in bed, and my dad works the night shift sometimes, and so he was coming home around, like, 2 a.m. So he got in, and he, you know, walked up the stairs, went to check on my brother was fine, went to check on my mom was fine. He opened my door to check on me, and he says, like, he swears that he saw, like, a black figure standing over my bed watching me. The occurrences were happening before this next experience that I'm telling you about, but they really started happening after. Like, really started happening after. Also, if you noticed purple on my skin, I was playing with nail polish earlier, and it got a little bit out of hand, just a little bit. I can tell you that story later. I have video of stuff of it and pictures. It's not great. It was a failed video that I was trying to do, and it didn't work. So now we're here recording at, what time is it? At 12:05 a.m. because I can't sleep. Anyway, back to my story. So, when I was younger, I was friends with these two girls. We'll call them Lee and Lai. And so, Lai was the older sister and Lee was the younger one. And so Lee invited me over. She's like, hey, me and Lai are having our friend Debbie over, and it's gonna be a girls' night. Do you want to come? And like, keep in mind, at like 8. I was like, yeah, sure, that sounds fun. So I drove over, and like my friend Lee lived about 45 minutes away from my house. So like my parents made a rule: if you're gonna sleep over, you have to stay over unless there's an emergency. Like, unless you are on the phone in tears, you are staying at that house. We are not driving 45 minutes to pick you up after this. And I was like, okay, that's fair. So we hung out for most of the day, like doing the regular stuff. Like, we played with their pets. We played some Jack and Daxter, if you're old enough to know what that is. And then Debbie took out a Ouija board from her little backpack. And like me, I've always been watching horror movies ever since I was like 6-ish. And so, like, you know, my dad's a horror movie collector, and like, he's a movie collector. He has over like 8,000 movies in his collection. So I'm like, I've seen enough movies on this to know that that is a really bad idea. But my friend's like, no, it's fine, you should play. And I was like, no, I really don't want to play. And they're like, okay, well, you can just watch then. And I was like, okay. Horror movies didn't say anything about watching, they just said don't participate. And so I was like, okay, I'm down for watching. I will watch you guys play this game, but I'm not gonna get involved. It's not me, that's not gonna happen. So I sit down and I watch them play, right? And all 3 of them have their hands on the board, as you do. And like, all 3 of them are freaking out because it's moving around, and like, I was the one who was instructed to read the rules, and like, the number 1 rule we had was take it seriously. This is not a joke. This is not a game. And so my friends, of course, begin to tease it. Like, they tease the spirit that we're talking to. Well, the spirit that we're talking to. And I swear this thing was like demonic. It was so scary. And like, my friends are like joking around, and they're like, are you human? And then like, it moves to no. And then I'm just like, no, guys, this is too much. And then they're laughing, and then like, you know, Lai was like, you're doing this, Debbie, aren't you? You're messing with us. And she's like, well, no. And then, like, you know, the friends were like, they were convinced that she was messing with us. And so finally, Debbie looks at me, and she's like, hey, Carol, you should play. Come on, don't be a wimp. We're all doing it. It's fine. No one's hurt. And I was like, I don't really want to do this. And they're like, no, it's fine, it's fine. You come here. You take over for Lee. And she can, like, be, like, you know, sitting in. It's fine. We'll have someone sitting in and watching. Everything will be okay. And I was like, I don't want to, but okay. The moment I touched that stupid board, it stopped being a joke. Because then Debbie was like, do you want to kill us? And the damn thing said yes. And, like, from that moment, like, my house got freaking haunted. Like, it got so bad to a point that my mom actually went to a priest, and she had the house blessed, and she was like, you need to leave my family alone. You need to get out of my house, ghost. And, like, since then, the activity has definitely, like, toned down a lot. But, like I said, I'm visiting my parents right now, and, like, my mom, dad, and my brother went to go see a family friend for the day. I didn't go because I had a migraine, because I get those sometimes. And this was only a few days ago, and I was just like sitting in the living room with one of my cats on my lap, and the other one was like asleep on the couch. And I don't have a dog anymore. Long story short, she died of old age, but it happens. But yeah, and then all of a sudden, like, I have the 2 cats on me. There's no one else in the house. I just hear someone running from like where the bedrooms are, and I'm like, there's no one else in this house, and the bedrooms are upstairs. I am in full view of the front door. The back door is downstairs, and the side door is in the kitchen, which I can see from here. No one else has entered this house. I'm the only one here. What the hell is making that noise? And so I walk upstairs, and I look around, and there is no one there. That was only a few days ago, and I'm just sitting here like, I'm in a haunted house. I'm back in a haunted house. This is just like when I was younger. And like right now, my house is supposed to be at 65 degrees. It feels like it's like 30 degrees in here. It is freezing. Like my toes are frozen. I really wish I'd gone to the blankets, but I didn't want to like go into the blankets and make it look like I didn't care about this video. So I'm low-key frozen. And like my mom, it got so bad earlier, my mom was shivering, and I'm like, okay, this is weird. Like this temperature drop isn't like constant. Like sometimes I'm actually really hot in this house, and then like other times I'm freezing out of nowhere. And I've noticed that I've been like having a lot of mood swings where I'm just suddenly really angry out of nowhere. And it's really weird, really uncomfortable. Like I know I'm not like that. I'm a very calm person normally. Normally I'm a very calm, introverted, shy person. I don't get angry very easily. It takes a lot to get me angry. So I'm just sitting here like, what's going on? Like this is not normal. The last story I want to tell you actually happened at my apartment, because 20 years old. I'm 20 years old. It actually happened at my apartment though. Like I live with my boyfriend, and this was before I met my boyfriend, and that was like my first day moving in. And my dad, he decided to go into my apartment building, and he was like, okay, I'm gonna like put my phone in your room to charge, and then we can like sort out your living room. And I was like, cool, that's fine. And so he goes into my room, and he takes his phone and like plugs it in to, you know, the usual like outlet, and he puts it on my bedside table. Then he comes out. Like the moment he steps out of my room, the phone, like we hear a large bang, right? And then he walks in and his phone's across the room. I don't have a cat at this point. Like, I now have my cat at my apartment, but when I first moved in, I did not have a cat. And so my roommate was gone. The windows were all closed. There's no way that even if my window was open that the wind could move that phone. Like, it's an iPhone. It's pretty heavy. It's pretty solid. And like, I'm like, how did that happen? Did you throw your phone across the room? He's like, no, you saw me. I was here. I didn't do anything. And I was like, okay, yeah, that's really weird. And my dad's like, did the ghost follow you here from the US? Are you okay? And I was like, I'm fine. I'm fine. I feel a little bit spooky though. And there's like a picture that I will post, like I'll put it in the video right about now. That photo. Yeah, so I don't know if you can see in the photo, but they're like little eyes, like they're actually like pupils and like, you know, stuff. There's like the color stuff and there's pupils. And right before I took that photo, I like called out to my brother in the other room saying like, wouldn't it be funny if like a ghost showed up next to me to take a selfie with me? And then like not even a second after that happened, like I went to take the picture, and then like the filter appeared next to me, and like my face was like a genuine reaction of like, what the heck is that? Because when I took that picture, like I was like, that was like a split second before I took it, and so when I snapped the photo I was really in shock because I saw a ghost and it was next to me, spooning with me in bed. Why do demons spoon with me in bed? I don't understand. Can't they bug me some other time? Not when I'm like laying down in bed. But yeah, so those are just like a couple of my ghost stories. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit that thumbs up button and hit that subscribe button. Please do leave a comment down in, you know, down below the description. I love to hear from you guys. I absolutely love getting comments, and I hope you enjoyed this video once again, because I'm awkward and didn't realize I'm repeating things. And I'll see you guys next time, okay?